this show works. You have a long and noisy show ahead of you, so you may as well start as you mean to go on with a big round of applause for all the teams of Horseboarding UK.
Okay, as the horses exit the arena, the first team will be coming up straight away will be Blues and Twos. And they won, well, we think they pretty much nailed the first session, didn't they, Dan? A few time wearies, but they're doing very well already this weekend, and one of the fastest horses out there.
Yeah, I mean, great bit of work from that team. They've been developing since last year. We've seen this horse come from a horse that was straight off the racetrack and develop to be able to put the speed on and take the speed off and still maintain the level-headedness that we need in horses when it comes to horseboarding. And now they really are on fire. And if it wasn't for teams with such pedigree as Chill Winston and Dead Pigeons, they would be leading the championship.
Yeah, and they're asking for your help, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan is already calling for the crowd to go mad, because Ryan Roberts is from a mountain boarding background, and this team know how to go fast. They go off straight away, already looking really quick.
28 miles an hour, and it caught them a mile away from the speed trap. So they could have been going a lot quicker by the time they passed it. Great bit of work there. We will see this video. Is the camera on his head there gives us a full telemetry, and for all sorts of information we gain out of that camera. Now they go for the three-cone weave, downhill, board rider scrubbing off the speed. Or did he too much? Oh, he did too much, and release.
A lot of work there for Ryan, and maybe turned a little bit too heavy around about the middle cone, I would have said that.
Yeah, I thought he scrubbed off a little bit too much speed before the first cone, and that bent him out of shape for the second cone, which by the time he got to the third cone, the synchronicity wasn't there, and the handle was pulled out of his hand.
Yeah, so after me picking him up, he sort of failed on the first technical element, but he's a pretty strong competitor, so he'll be back stronger.
I mean, it is a very different thing to consider the downhill weave over the uphill weave.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be tricky for a lot of the board riders. This next team, Just Drag, have an elite board rider with them actually, even though they're an advanced team. So hopefully they shouldn't struggle with it board rider-wise. But Emily and the horse have got to keep their head.
Yeah, they don't want to do too much. They don't want to get too excited. 21 miles an hour, I'm reading that as they make their way around that bottom end. And again, we must remember ourselves, this horse has been brought on for the last year as a novice horse in the competition, and now has developed up to the point where, you know, they're ready to start to learn the elite. That's where they are, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you threw these guys in now, it looks like a miss on the weave there. They're still trying to nail that element. So what do you usually have to take on in the advanced course?
I think we're going to have to see the teams. We're going to see the teams really coming off the power as they go into that weave to get it correct, because just that little bit of downhill really is causing us a problem with us at the moment. Split time 50 seconds. Currently, if they finish this run, Just Drag will go into first place, which will be their highest ever position yet in a competition, particularly in the league.
Yeah, them being first out, I suppose, for advance, that sort of makes sense. But Sandy's not struggling with this at the moment. You can see him standing up across the diagonals, sitting into these 50 miles per hour on that corner. A bit more of a pull there.
And they're quite keen.
He gets pulled right around that corner.
Yeah, they're keen now, coming towards the finish line and opening the throttle a bit there. Let's have a round of applause for the team of Just Drag. And it looks as though the martingale has come away there from the saddle, so that needs from the girth, that needs to have a look at. The horse going to the wrong and needs to do a circle really, double back on itself and come back in. So next is the team of Dead Pigeon.
Yeah, this team have a lot of pedigree. This is a new horse for this team, and actually a new board rider this year. So Charlie Buss is the rider. She's the one that's getting these horses so competitive at 25 miles per hour. This already looks like a really proactive first run. Each team has 3 runs, ladies and gentlemen. So their first runs are usually a little bit more steady. This is looking fast already for this team, so maybe they want to go out there and put the pressure on the other team straight away. Going into the 3-cone weave, looking smooth. Hayden's looking very controlled, nice and easy. Not too much time lost on that weave as well. So If they could just kick on now, Ranji's been stretching across the ground there. What a beautiful horse she is, she really is. Lovely temperament as well, I know her very well as they come around the 90. 41 on the split, maybe 40. Decent speed. Charlie Buss asking a bit more for Ranji, stretching out, ducking and diving through the game. Oh boy, lots of power down the line there for Hayden.
Yeah, and the horse really responding there to Charlie. Now this is an interesting corner, quite a tricky corner, 18 miles an hour, throttle open. Ladies and gentlemen, call them home. There's just this final turn to take now. They didn't win the first heat, but it looks like they're going for first place in this one. Through the finish line, with a time of 71 seconds dead, slightly slower than this morning's runs.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, it's a different course, so slightly different course, so we'll see what the time. I mean, again, foundation runs that sort of work out how fast to go, so we still can't really tell what the basic time will be.
Yeah, you have to think about this as well. Normally, we would race course A for a day, then we'd race course B for a day, and, you know, in the second heat, everyone's going to feel through how the course rides and how the course runs. The horses are all okay with it. But in this case, we flipped it already, so hold on, we've got to learn these corners are a little different.
Yeah, they're just basically processing the ground, these teams. That's why they're doing steady runs. This is the Nightmares. They've just come out 50 miles per hour into that first corner. It's an advanced team, new to this sport this year. We've already got a few comps now, and the potential of this team is really big.
Yeah, they've done some great competitions at Bowood and the likes earlier this year down in Wiltshire. They have developed from the training centres, and well, if you're interested to get involved, ladies and gentlemen, you know, all these people here saw horseboarding exactly the same way you're seeing it now, from the other side of a crash barrier fence. They then contacted us and asked how they could get involved. A little bit messy going into the week, but the pony works it out. Great bit of work there from the pony. A little bit unsure about it all, but listened to the instruction and just did what was asked.
Yeah, and they're sort of doing this at a steady pace, really, for this team. They can go a lot faster, but that is exactly the way to do the weave. Bring the speed right down, and first learn it at a slow pace before you start moving at that speed.
Split time, 61 seconds. Way down on the split again, but this is as we talk about stalling on, making sure the horse understands, making sure the rider, everybody's got to get that gel. It's so important. We talk about three brains working as one, and it really is, ladies and gentlemen, the horse rider and the board rider, to race at the top end speeds, have to have the same thought. The moment that one of them thinks something slightly different, you guarantee the team will end up in different corners of the arena. Horse one corner, horse rider in another corner, and the board rider in another corner. But here they go now, making their way towards the finish line, looking for a bit of support as they let the throttle off. We'll see more of that, and tricky release, but it releases. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Nightmares there. Letting the little teams get going there. Also, worth following the social media. Sarah Bunny does all sorts of social media videos about her and team's experiences, whether it's hacking out, winter training, looking after thoroughbreds truck in the winter, as we all know, can be a bit of a nightmare, and generally horseboarding as well. So check out Nightmares on the social medias. Next we have Top and Tails. They made a big impact this morning with their one run, which they do tend to do because Indy is a great sprinter, but when it comes to these big courses, the ex-race horses just have far more, stamina. Except, watch this little pony go. She comes showing she's 14.3, and she's got the heart of a lion at 29 miles an hour. The first 29 miles an hour we've had so far today from the smallest horse out there, as they make their way around, coming up towards this top end of the arena and the centre line for the three-cone weave.
Yeah, they're looking very comfortable, Ryan, tucking in behind Indy there. Indy's a great little horse. They hit three-cone weave. This is always there.
Nice.
Oh, they got a touch on the middle cone. That's 1 second.
Yeah, that is 1 second penalty. You see the board rider changed how he came into it from the Blues and Twos horse. He stayed at the end of the handle, just tried to keep the tension. He managed it. Now for the split time. Coming up on the split time at 40 seconds. 40 seconds is good going into the chicane. Now making their way. A lot of work there from the horse rider. And to really try and encourage the horse to make that turn. The horse really pulling away now. Throttle opening up as she lets the horse stretch out, leaning the horse over, trying to find a nice line into that corner at 18 miles an hour, a line that doesn't spit the board rider into the fence. And the throttle's open. This little pony's going for gold. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way for the finish line. Let's hear it for her. It is the team of Top and Tails.
Wow.
What an absolute challenger. 69.30 seconds, and Top and Tails go into first place with 1 touch, and it makes it 70.3 seconds. So that's it. They're in the first place. So it's about 3 seconds off what they were hitting this morning.
Yeah, so Top and Tails, one of the top teams, so they'll be feeling it out, getting the right time alongside. So being in first place at the moment is obviously only a great thing for them. They're not sure how much they've got in the tank, so we'll have to see.
Now Just Wing It on One for Harry is the name of the horse. It's Sandy Open in the on the board, and you can see this is a tactical run. We saw these guys this morning blasting out 29-mile-an-hour runs. They're doing this as a warm-up. They're doing this as a kind of making sure we've got all the brakes.
Yeah, Just Wing It are renowned for sort of going a bit up and down in their tactical choices, and they can go. They do a lot of stalling basically as they race, and that makes sense. But then all they can put it all together, they can go very fast at the end. So you're probably going to see this team do the complete opposite of what you're watching now in 1 or 2 runs.
Yeah. Now also as well, they're looking at a downhill weave. This horse, great bit of work. Look how it jumps sideways to miss that final cone. It's great when the horses really understand. They're like, okay, you do not want me to touch that cone, and they literally do half the work for you.
Yeah, the horse is a new element in this team, Dan, and I think this team look a lot better, a lot more composed and in control with their racing split time.
55 seconds on the split.
Okay, yeah, as I was saying, I think they're looking a lot better this year with this new horse, a lot more control and really up there with the big boys from time-wise.
Yeah, and I really like this horse. It's not got a backbone in its body, not that I've seen. It hasn't twitched an ear at anything. It comes from racing, I would say, a little bit steep into that corner. She could have done with going wider, if you ask me. Been pushed out there a little bit. We've seen a bit more of what this horse is capable of, but it really is a solid animal as they make their way through the finish line, and a great release. Ladies and gentlemen, Just Wing It with a time of 85.46. Not fighting. That's not a fight run, is it? That's just let's put a time down, give the horse a run. The thing is, we spend most of the time trying to calm horses down. You've got to be able to, the moment you touch the brake on these courses, that the horse responds. If the horse doesn't respond instantly, then you need to do schooling runs and make sure that the horse gets it back that it's going to go. Here we go, Chill Winston, 3 times national champions, current leaders of the 2023 championship, making their way to the speed trap at 26 miles an hour. This is One-Eyed Winston, ladies and gentlemen. He's an ex-racehorse. He lost the eye to cancer after winning his first championship, but that doesn't slow him down. He has also raced in Denmark twice, Holland, that's it, yeah, Denmark and Holland, and he will be going out to Prague in November for the Longines Global Tour playoffs.
That's a very fast weave, but it's clean. That's exactly 8 punches here. He's got to concentrate now because there's going to be a big pull on this corner as he goes wide and they climb to the diagonal. Winston bounds across the green there, looking absolutely beautiful.
Split time, 40 seconds on the split. This is where we want to start to hear you making some noise. This horse is a serious contender. Once again, in his 3rd championship year, making their way through red back boots, and the board rider, great bit of work from the board rider. He's so slick, now making the way into these 18 miles an hour. Everybody's doing that. I'm not sure they're taking quite the right line. They need to go wider, but let's call him home, ladies and gentlemen. It's One-Eyed Winston for the finish line, and through the finish with a time of 67.38. That Chill Winston goes into first place. They finish the first rotation with 1 bonus point added because they have the fastest time, which means all the other teams have to beat them to take that bonus point away. That being said, Charlie Buss never plays for the bonus point.
No, she just gets faster and faster in that run. I mean, that's already putting it down for the other ones as we go into the 2nd rotation, ladies and gentlemen. So this is where it's going to heat up a bit. Blues and 2 is about to come into the arena, and they've got something to prove. Chill Winston basically just laid it down for them.
Yeah, exactly. So Blues and 2s didn't finish their first run. They went into the chicane, into the weave, too fast. The board rider was carrying too much speed, and they couldn't. It just got messy, and that's when it all came apart. The second horse they ran through there was Top and Tails, and that horse, the board rider stayed off the handle. He stayed right at the back of the handle and as far away as possible. But now we let this horse spool up. like amazing. Look at it, 29 miles an hour again. That's supposed to be 5, 6, I don't know, 7, 29, 75. Board rider extremely wide and making their way. It is a track record. Can it be broken here today on day one, the first time we've ever appeared at this show? Making a big, strong turn. He's a bit close now he's back down the handle again, you see. He's wide, he rubbed off a bit of speed there. Horse made a mess of it, but the board rider got through. I don't know if it's a touch or a miss, we'll see. But they're making their way now around. It's at least a 1 second penalty. It could be a 4 second penalty. It looks like they're saying it's a miss. The team is saying it's a miss. They're retiring from that run. They're putting a lot of pressure on their last run. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Blues and Twos. Really struggling with the downhill weave. And they've got one chance now to get in the fight, really. They're in 7th place at the moment. No time after 2 runs. That's a lot. I would have put a time down anyway.
Yeah, you can see Ryan trying to scrub off the speed into the weave. That's where the boarders are they're catching up with the horses. So the boarders are trying to take off the speed as they hit that first cone, and it's basically sending the shape all over the place.
Yeah, and it looks to me almost like he's rubbing off a bit too much speed, and he's getting too much.
Animated, maybe.
Yeah, like just needs a little bit of a.
He's doing it for the crowd now. Of course he's not.
Okay, so now making the team around. Okay, so here we go to the team of Just Drag, and it's very important, the board riders are not allowed to make contact with the horse during its attacks. They've just got to the start line, they've pulled the handle, what we call a tactical withdrawal. They're allowed to do it, they started their race technically, but it means that they can kind of rest their horse or rest the board rider more likely, because I would imagine Just Wing It have something up their sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these teams play this differently. There's tactics going on all over the place. They're chatting in the pits, how to approach each run, even each corner. So that's where the communication of the team becomes so important. And the team you're about to see, Dead Pigeons, come into the arena. I mean, they're very close friends. Charlie Buss and the horse, Aidan Beamish, on the board, and have a great communication together, and they've already shown that with Chill Winston as well.
Yeah, so these guys going for a 1-2 with Chill Winston and this team Dead Pigeons. Currently in 3rd, they are 3.62 seconds behind 1st, 25 miles an hour from Orangey Boom. The horse makes his way around. Board rider again losing a little bit of grip down that bottom end, a little bit of weight with his arm, but pretty smooth so far.
Yeah, he's having to hold on the handle two-handed, but that's a sharp turn. He's had to do a lot of work there, already scrubbing off the speed, but this looks fine.
It's a touch, the slightest of touches. The ball thought about not falling from the cone, but it did in the end, so it's 1 second to add. That's what I saw. Let's see what the refs say. Now making their way towards the 90 degree. The split time is for 39 seconds, so this is up there. They're going for a 1-2, 1st and 2nd place. They're capitalising on the Blues and Twos mistakes that have been made so far, but now it's Dead Pigeons making their way across the arena. Remember, these horses are just like your horses at home, in that the louder you scream, the faster they go. So let's call this team home now, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. We want to see this pony making all the way for the finish line, and with a time of 68.18 seconds. A round of applause for the team of Dead Pigeons, who go into 1st place, according to my. Hold on, we're just saying, we're just finding this touches going on. Getting the official. So we've got definitely 1 touch. I've got a 69.18. They go into 2nd place. So 2 touches have been added currently, and so. Okay, so 2 touches. Now we have the team of Just Wing It. Now, I'm expecting a big run out of this team.
Yeah, they've got to do it at some point, Dan. They've already been holding off the pace, haven't they? And
they've rested the other horse, which the board rider was on. They've rested his legs.
It's got to be now.
This has got to be a big race, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I really appreciate this horse. It reminds me, he's got a chest like a barn door and a leg on each corner, and it's just really my stamp of pony. Would have made a good jousting horse in the day. So here we go, he is away, and I don't know why she leaves it to the last second to turn the throttle on, but she does. 30 miles an hour. It's a new track record here, and already look at that board rider. Is he going to make it? Oh my word! They were going way over 30 down that bottom end of the arena, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you now, have they still got brakes? Have they still got steering? Can they bring that horse's head back into his brain and start to do this weave clean? Very difficult manoeuvre. It's a 4-second penalty. It's a miss on the last cone. So they're unable. They got the fast speed, but they're just unable to bring the horse, get the horse's feet and brain thinking. They are pulling out, having got that penalty. So a round of applause for Just Wing It, who currently are sitting in 4th, and they are a massive way behind the top 3 teams, which are Chill Winston in 1st, Dead Pigeon in 2nd, Top and Tails in 3rd. The difference between Chill Winston has a lead of 2.8 seconds. Dead Pigeons has a lead of 0.12 seconds over Top and Tails. We are now into the last rotation. Blues and Twos have left it until the last race. They've crashed out on their first 2 races. This is now do or die. They have to do it.
This is a pressure run, Dan, and this is where you see the top dogs do their stuff.
We're not on the last rotation, but this was it.
Ryan Robertson pulled down. Great, really fast start.
31, I knew it was going to go at 31. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are insane. It's not messy. Like, these guys are really fast. It's just, now, can she bring the pony back? Can she get this horse thinking now after it's had that fastest speed so far today? And looking calmer, looking a lot nicer, a little bit messy, and a touch, we're being told by the referee, a 1-second penalty to add. These guys need a time, another 1-second penalty to add. 2 seconds currently on the time, but they have to run now. They haven't finished the time yet in this afternoon. Through the split time at 38 seconds, that would put them up. Oh, and he's down, and he's in the fence and release. Oh my word, that looked like quite a big crash into the fence.
I think
it looks like he's all right. He's giving the thumbs up.
Slightly dodgy way there.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Blues and Twos. A great crash from Ryan there. There isn't
happening for them, Dan, was
this afternoon. No, it just hasn't worked for that team at all. So we have how many races left to run? I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't know what's going on in this rotation. So here we go, Chill Winston. Mar makes their entry too. Okay, so the team is away. We're being told there's a course warning, exiting the diagonal and on and off the weave. That's those 2 corners, exiting the diagonal and on and off the weave. There is a course warning. So all teams be aware. Now I'm sure that's not going to slow them down a bit as they make their way around. It is Chill Winston currently sitting in 1st place, holding a bonus point whilst we're at it, and making their way down the 3 count. And through the weave, it's an amazing weave, it looked to me.
That was so quick, that was unbelievable. That's going to be perfect for this team. They need to build it up now, keep it going.
That was so good, I thought they'd missed it. It was like, that was so nice.
So close, guys. The horse, a piece of paper between.
So through the split time, 41 seconds. So behind what Blues and Twos were at, but then again, Aiden isn't in the fence. Making their way through the chicane and through red back boots, looking for the Horseboarding UK diagonal, and those 2 blue cones there. Now this is a tricky turn. See, Charlie's leaning off the cone a little bit. That's nicer. I like that. 18 miles an hour. It's time to call these leaders home, ladies and gentlemen. They are all the way for the finish line. It is Charlie Bus and Chill Winston with Aiden Beamish, and Winston with a time of 70.08 seconds. Not their fastest time, so they hold their bonus point from the 1st rotation. Good exercise run for them.
Well, a bit more than that, a bit faster than that, but I like a slow one for a bit of exercise personally. That was a great run from them, and they're looking really good. 1 and 2 at the moment. Chill Winston in 1st place, Dead Pigeon in 2nd. They must be really happy with how it's going.
Yeah, I mean, their afternoon has just come together lovely. The morning was a little bit more of a fight, but unfortunately Blues and Twos afternoon has just not failed. They're in 7th place, have really struggled, and just maybe Ryan's tired, I don't know, from the runs. But here we go, it's the team of Just Drag, 17 miles an hour. And it's worth mentioning, ladies and gentlemen, that all horses that we've ever trained over the last 15 years or so to do this, 90-odd% of them take to this sport. It's not that difficult, if I'm honest. It takes most horses an hour to be able to tow, and then they safely and understand that, you know, it's not scary and those sorts of things. After that, there's a certain learning process to keep the horse calm, because as we all know, horses love to run. And we go through the weave, bit of work and a lazy touch on the second cone, I thought, there for the board rider. A right-hand turn now, and you can see this horse just gently taking its time. But if you're interested to get involved, contact us via the website horseboardinguk.org. We do run training events as we get towards the split time for this team is 55 seconds. And a lot of these teams started in that same way, and maybe you could come touring with us all over the UK and Europe. As I say, we've got one more show in Sandringham. Oh, very wide line, a bit messy, needs to miss that yet, and missed gate there, completely misread that turn.
Yeah, and not ideal, but this team are on a slightly different journey to some of the other teams. They're learning the sport, and things like that, when they go wrong, we'll sort of see how they're going to learn. So, 12 miles per hour into that corner, taking it very steady though, Dan.
So, ladies and gentlemen, call this team home. Just Drag, they've had a great weekend, a great day here, playing with the elite teams, and making our way towards the finish line, and a great bit of work they've put on that pony, more experience for that pony in its horseboarding career. So we have 2 more races to go. 2 more races to go. And this is Dead Pigeons now, currently sitting in second place, 2.8 seconds from Chill Winston. Okay, here we go. It is the team of Dead Pigeons have making their way down to the speed trap at 26 miles an hour, and they're doing a great job this weekend. All the way around, it's Aidan Beamish. Aidan actually has a world record for the longest jump that's been towed by a horse, and they're making the way for the centre line.
Yeah, already looking smooth, this team. Big Aidan almost going, adjusting, taking the speed off his board there, but they've done it very fast.
That was an amazing bit of work there. He got a real sharp pull before the weave, nearly got pulled off the board. He then was on the extreme of having his shoulder pulled out of his socket throughout the whole chicane, and now he's still there. In the split, 41 seconds on the split, and these guys are currently second place, 2.8 seconds away from Chill Winston, there with the horse, as they make their way through the chicane, and now through red bamboos, looking for the Horseboarding UK diagonal. And everything looking pretty smooth as they look for this line tight on that 17 miles an hour. Board rider on the outside, throttling up now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's call them home. It's Chill Winston. Sorry, it's not. It's Dead Pigeons. So many names for the finish line and having a nice time. Ladies, thank you very much for the time of 71:23. Keeps them in second place. Their fastest time of the day or afternoon was their second time at 70.18 seconds. One more run to go, ladies and gentlemen, and hold onto your breath. One more run to go and hold onto your breath. This is going to be a big one.
Just wing it. They are known to drop it right at the end. Let's see if they can do it now. They've sort of been threatening that all today, haven't they?
Okay, so their team is away, and this is absolutely flat out. 31 is the target. 33! Oh my word, that's the second time ever that we've ever seen a 33 miles an hour turn by anybody, and it was this team that did it before with their other horse. That is twice in the last 10 years have we ever seen a 33 miles an hour. Can they bring the horse back? Can they do the weave?
Are you still doing this?
Board rider stays out and they drop the handle. Release, release, release. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. A big round of applause for all the teams. We will just read through the results, and so here we go. In 7th place was Blues and Twos.
In 6th place we have the Nightmare.
In 5th place was Just Drag.
In 4th place, Just Wing It.
In 3rd place, Top and Tails.
In 2nd place, Dead Pigeon.
And in 1st place, the championship leaders and the 3 times national champions. Moving towards their 4th, it is Chill Winston. So, ladies and gentlemen, a massive round of applause. Thank you so much. The team have really enjoyed being here at the show. The guys have clearly enjoyed the arena, and it's been very welcoming and very friendly. And I must say, there's a genuine sense of community here at this event, and it's something that I'd like to see. So thank you very much. And let us just have one more big round of applause for all the teams of Horseboarding UK.